Hey there guys, how's it going? And welcome to a video. I know, a video. Rare, but you know, just got to deal with it, I suppose. But basically what we're going to be talking about in this video is FIFA 14, just generally really. You know, give a bit of opinion, give a bit of like what's going down, and like all that sort of thing. Before we get into all that though, I'll just say the gameplay is just a couple of like, you know, the custom games where you go on head to head. Just a couple of games like that. I don't know how many I'll need. I've got two lined up. Well, one of them, the other, my opponent rage quit. So, you know, that's sort of half a game. But anyway, so even so, that will just be what the gameplay is. Also, my voice may sound a little bit different because I've got a bit of a cold, so therefore if you're thinking there's a slight difference in my voice, that is what will be the cause of it. And yeah, basically there's nothing more for me to say before the video. Well, before we start getting into the conversation. I've got a couple of points before, but you know, this is just a bit weird for me before. Because I've never really done anything like this before. Because what I'm actually doing is I'm just commentating. I haven't got any gameplay. Like, I'm not watching any gameplay. I'm not playing a game. I'm just speaking to myself, basically, looking at my bedroom wall, thinking, yeah, that's what it's all about. But anyway, first thing I want to address is why I haven't been uploading. I know I have not uploaded in a bit of a while. It's been quite a while. But yeah, to be honest guys, there is no real reason behind that. I've just sort of been a bit down. Not down. But you know, after playing the FIFA 14 demo, you know, I began to realise a little bit that FIFA 14, the game, is actually not that far away. As of the time of recording, today being the Saturday, it's 6 days away. And therefore, you know, like just putting out FIFA 13 stuff is just like, ugh. I got to go back to this is all in the past, you know, that sort of thing. And it's just a bit of a beatdown, really. Because to be honest, I haven't actually been playing FIFA 13 too much, if you want the honest truth. But you know, that is the real reason. If there are any other series that you maybe want me to do, or like pick up again that I started but didn't finish, you know, feel free. Just like in the little background weeks. But anyway. That is sort of why. No real excuse, but just a bit sort of dejected, like, oh, FIFA 13, like, get back in your place, back in the past. But anyway, so yeah, what we'll talk about now is the demo. I did a video of the demo. I did it, I think it was on the day that the demo was released, which was 11 days ago, which was the last time I uploaded, which is a little bit insane. But yeah, I just did a live commentary. Then, and haven't really done too much. I didn't really give any sort of impressions or opinions on it, or anything like that. And it turns out, guys, that was probably one of the best games I've ever played on the demo. I actually managed to score twice. I haven't been able to repeat that on World Class. I don't think I actually have. It's quite strange, really. The demo, I mean, it's like all of them, so you know, I can't really take it as too much of a serious opinion. I am struggling to get used to it. I'm struggling to get used to it. I know that over time that will change. I will get used to it, and it'll all be good. But I'm having loads of 0-0s, loads of, you know, like 1-0s. I've got a bogey team in the New York Red Bulls. I think I've played against them like 4 times and lost on every occasion, including as Barcelona on professional, which was, oh god, kill me. Like, my voice is horrible at the minute. It's just honestly really hard for me. Like, because, don't matter. Anyway, FIFA 14, like the gameplay, to be honest, I think it's nice. I like the gameplay. Like I said, I haven't really got used to it yet, so I can't really utilise it, you know, in its full. But what I have managed to get the hang of, I quite like. You've got to be a bit more patient now, I've noticed. You know, you've got to be willing to pass and just sort of wait for your moment instead of just sending a big ball over the top and, you know, just getting a fairly fast player to run onto it. You'll see, like, later in this game, my opponent does score a goal like that. Like, you probably wouldn't score a goal like that in FIFA 14. We probably could, but, you know, they'd be very rare. Yeah, like other things, like they've eliminated the sort of LT for skill moves. Doesn't really affect me too much. I don't really use skills. The heavy touch, like the little sort of the touch that you use like in FIFA 13. It's just where you flick the right analog stick, and it just sort of goes in that direction. Like it's quite a heavy touch. I think they've made that using you've got to use RT to do that now as well, which is a little bit difficult to get used to. But it does feel a bit smoother, to be honest, in general, in my opinion. I mean, I should really have demo of the game. I really should have gameplay of the demo going right now, but, it doesn't really matter. If you guys want me to put out any more demo gameplay, then just put it in the comments and I'll probably do some. But yeah, all in all, a little bit tricky, for me. But, I mean, FIFA 13 was like that. I was getting like loads of 0-0s, going to penalties, losing penalties, and like that'll be the first week of FIFA 14 as well. There'll be like when I do the career mode series, it'll be sort of like there'll be loads of 0-0s, 1-0s, 1-1s, stuff like that. But I'll begin to pick up, and then it'll all get a bit more entertaining and a bit better really from there. So yeah, that's just generally what I think of the demo. It's all in all, it's good. I'd say my best team is either Man City or Borussia Dortmund, but that's just me. But anyway, wow, 6.5 minutes. My voice is holding out. But anyway, yeah, what I want to talk about now is the career mode in FIFA 14, or what I've seen of it. You may have seen various videos on YouTube about FIFA 14 career mode. I've probably seen the same ones. But if you have not, allow me to enlighten you. I mean, you can watch. I don't have any video footage because I'm not like that high up in the YouTube scale. I didn't get invited to events where I can do that. But who cares? Yeah, FIFA 14. It's like it's so different now because what I've noticed, like a really big factor is that you can no longer see players' ratings. I mean, you can see your team's ratings, like their overall and their stats and stuff like that. But you can't see anyone that doesn't play for your team. It's just got their age, and if you want to I don't think you can actually learn their overall at all prior to buying them or loaning them or whatever. I'm not sure if it works for loaning. I assume it would. But yeah, what we've got to do is hire out scouts or hire scouts. You send them to look for, like if you're looking for a striker, for example, you set them to look for a striker. There's a thing where you can like limit it between a particular age, so like 16 to 30 I think is the maximum. Well, that's the default one anyway. It probably can go up from there. So you do that. There's contract length as well, which would be interesting because obviously players with lower contracts you'll probably get for less than their value, which would be good. And then you get various players. There are like loads of tick boxes and stuff like that. Just like first team quality, if they're good at shooting, they're a promising player. If they're fast, if they've got good strength, that sort of thing. And then they come back with players, and it all sort of goes on from there. And basically, this is quite. I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually quite like that idea because I think it makes it better. And I think it makes it more personal, if you understand where I'm getting at. I think if I explain it, I think you'll know what I mean. But yeah, like I personally like the idea because I think it's more realistic. I mean, it obviously is because obviously players don't have overall ratings in real life. You can't have Man City like doing all their transfer business, right? Negredo's got like 86 overall. Let's sign him up. So yeah, I like that aspect. And what I mean by the personal thing is, like, because you guys, what you did for me, like particularly during the Wigan career mode, you sent me like suggestions of transfers. That person, I'd type that person name in. They'd be like 19 years old, like 77 overall or something like that. And they're the players that like quite a lot of people would get, like your sort of Neymars, El Shaarawy's, that sort of thing. Whereas now, because you can't see that, I mean, you're still like. Don't get me wrong, I mean, you still see like people trying to buy them because people know quite a bit about them. But like the unknown ones, like the players who are maybe like 73, 74 overall, like age 18 and stuff, they sort of, people know about them, but they don't just not everyone goes out to buy them. So basically, I think it makes it more personal in the regard that, you know, this is about everyone. Like, if you like, maybe like you and two friends play career mode, and they all pick the same team, and they all have similar sort of philosophies in the respect that they all look for young players. Like, they'll all have different ones, most likely, because they all look for different things. Whereas in previous FIFA games, it's just you always look for someone who's maybe got 76 overall and is 18, regardless of their pace or their finishing, if they're a striker, or their defending, if they're a defender, etc. Whereas you look for the attributes that you want them to have, so it suits your game better. So therefore, I think everyone would have sort of different. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you'd get the same player every now and then. But I think in general, it'll just make it a lot more fun. It'll make your team a lot more sort of personalised in a sense, because they're players that actually suit the way that you want it to be, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm just sounding like a complete numpty. But anyway, who cares? It's my video. My voice sounds weird. Who cares? But anyway, more on the career mode thing from what I've seen. There's like a completely different layout. It's a bit like Ultimate Team in FIFA 13, like the layout of that. As in, it's got like the 5 sort of main I don't know if it's 5, it may be like 4 or something. 5 main tabs along the top. You sort of scroll across, and then like, you know, the sort of subcategories. So like, for example, squad would have team management, kit numbers, that sort of thing. But yeah, all in all, I think it looks quite fun. I mean, the layout's quite nice. It's nice to have a bit of a change every now and then. And yeah, basically, it just looks a bit nicer. But yeah, anyway. Now, what we'll do, we'll move on quickly, just a little bit, into a more personal aspect of things. In the sense of my YouTube channel, anyway, not so much personal. But yeah, suggestions for who you want me to play as. Like, the main career mode, the first one, I want this to be a good one, guys. I want this to be like a proper one. What I'll probably do is do like maybe 3 or 4 seasons and then move on to someone else. If you get what I mean. I'd prefer to do that rather than just stay at a team for like 9 or 10 seasons, because, you know, what I had when I did the Brighton career, which for some reason now, by the way, the file's now corrupt on FIFA, and I can no longer access the game, which is a bit of a shame, isn't it? 9.5 seasons ruined by that. I just can't get in the game anymore. But anyway, but yeah, but like what I'm talking about is like after 9 seasons or whatever, just about all the young talent, all the like really promising players, well, just about everyone in the game, they're now made up. They're now completely made up, instead of, you know, well, basically players that are real instead. So like, you guys don't really know what's going on as far as like new players are concerned, so therefore you can't really send transfer suggestions, that sort of thing. And I want to try and make the series interactive, you know, make you guys feel like you're a part of it. So yeah, I mean, that sort of thing comes into it. And also, you know, I think it's just nice that, you know, 3 or 4 seasons, what would that be? Maybe like 50 to 60 episodes, maybe a little bit more. And then, you know, just change it up. Just play as someone, you know, could play as a championship team now. I'm an Italian team or something like that. Just have like varying, just basically different, well, just from one team to a completely different team. Just make it a bit more fun. Just have a bit of variation, that sort of thing, and it's all a bit fun, like that. But anyway, some suggestions I maybe had in my head. Someone said do a Nottingham Forest one, which I thought, maybe. I mean, I'll do it if you guys want me to. Like I said, it would only probably be about 3 or 4 seasons, but I was wondering whether I should do the live commentaries or the thing I do now, which is like the highlights, so I can get more games in, like because the commentaries is just me commentating a game. Like, you don't know what's going on anywhere else, if you get me. Like, you don't know anything about the transfers or anything like that. I mean, I can do the transfers and like you'll see them in the team, but apart from that, you'll see nothing. But yeah, like I was thinking that because they were really successful, but obviously the highlights one you get to see more, and obviously, you know, I mean, you can get more done quicker, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, so what I've decided to do, what I think would be a good idea is like have them sort of rivaled. I won't be this. I don't think I'll be the same team on both occasions. But what I'll do is I'll have like sort of 2 career modes going at once straight away. One full of live comms, and one like the sort of highlight thing. I don't know how I'm going to sort it out at the minute, but I'll find a way. And basically, I'm just going to have them sort of like do 5, 6, 7, something like that episodes each. See which one's doing better, and then by process of elimination, I'll probably begin to wipe the other one out. But like I said, but like the live comms would maybe 1 or 2 seasons instead of like 3 or 4, because obviously like live comms, 1 episode, 1 game. Like if I was Nottingham Forest as an example, that's probably going to be about 55 games or something like that first season. That's 55 parts, whereas like in the sort of highlight one, 55 parts, I could probably get about 2.5 seasons done by then. So it's just sort of like thinking about getting more done quicker, or just going for sheer entertainment instead. But again, I can't do like 600 live comms. I could, but I can't upload like 600 different live com episodes because that would look a bit weird. But yeah, like that's basically what I want to talk about. That's basically the end of the video, really. But actually, no. Let's talk about a few more suggestions. Let's talk about what other suggestions I had? I had Everton suggested to me, which I think could be a good idea. Because like for those of you who don't know me or don't know about me as far as career mode's concerned, I like picking teams that haven't won anything in quite a while, / ever, because I think it'd be nice to sort of like, because I try to take it quite realistically. Like if a team's never won the FA Cup and I win the FA Cup as that team, I'll be like, yeah, I'm the first ever manager to win the FA Cup as Leyton Orient or whoever. I don't know if Leyton Orient ever have won the FA Cup. I would assume they haven't, but if they have, congratulations, well done to you. Although it was probably, if they have, it would probably be around like 1903, so there's probably no one alive that's a Leyton Orient fan anyway that's witnessed that, or at least could remember it, because they'd probably be like an infant. But anyway, like someone suggested Everton, which I thought could be a good shout. I'd like to say, like for the very first one, I'd like to stay in England, like be an English team, because so people get the hang of what's going on. Whereas just like flying out to like a Spanish team or whatever, like I'm Espanyol, all of a sudden we're playing like Levante or something like that. Not too many people know about the teams, not too many people, some people do obviously, but not too many people know like the sort of details about what goes on. They don't really know who's a team that there's going to be relegation battles, who's going to be competing for Europe, that sort of thing. But yeah, like someone suggested Everton. To be honest, I will pick 2 teams, like because I'm going to do a live com, and I was thinking though Nottingham Forest would be more the live com one, because it's just a classic, isn't it? I was also thinking doing a Newport County one, because Newport County they were recently promoted through the playoffs, so it would be quite good to be them and see if I could like put them on a bit of a rise to glory. But again, would take quite a bit of time, and Jesus, that'd be some effort. But anyway, that sort of thing. And yeah, like I'm struggling to think of too many others that I could maybe be. But obviously, that's why I'm opening it up to the comments, so you guys can come up with some suggestions. Pick 2, like one that I'm going to do as the live con one, and one I'm going to do as the highlights. Like I said, actually, if I think about it, why can't I just do both? Like do a season, do a highlight season, do a live com season, sort of best of both worlds sort of thing. But yeah, why not? Let's give it a go, just see how it goes. This is a bit of a trial run, you see. But yeah, like I'm going to open it up to the comments. Yeah, if you guys want to see, well, who knows? If you guys want to see like Walsall as a live com team, get it in the comments. You want to see like I don't know Brentford as the highlight one, you go for it. You put it in the comments. Put your suggestions in. Also, say if you want to see any more like FIFA demo stuff. Because obviously if you're not playing it, you want to be watching someone play it. So yeah, like that's sort of it, really. Can't think of too much more that I want to say. I apologise for just going on. It must have been a bit tedious at times, considering my voice as well. So it probably sounds a bit weird, for which I do apologise. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video here, guys. So I appreciate all of you who've taken the time to watch it. It is much appreciated. If you liked the video and or agree with some of the things I say, or like some of the things that I say, feel free to like the video. I mean, you don't have to, obviously. I mean, I'm a bit well, actually, like, going off that, I'm like quite different to other people. Like, because some people always at the end of the video are like, "Thanks for subscribing to my channel." Like, what? I'm not going to subscribe. Whereas I'm just like, subscribe if you want to. I mean, you don't have to. I always like to feel there's like not a sort of communist state about my channel. Like you've got a bit of freedom. You can do what you want. Whereas no, you'll subscribe. You've watched my video, now subscribe, bitch. But anyway, yeah. Again, well, I'm getting violently off topic. But yeah, if you want to like the video, feel free to. If you did enjoy it, and also, like I said, if you are new to my channel, like the sound of my sort of cold voice, that's what I'm going to call it, voice that I have when I have a cold, slash, excited about maybe a bit of content, you maybe watched a bit of my content and enjoy it, feel free to subscribe. I mean, you won't miss a video. Well, I say you won't, it is YouTube, so never say never on that regard. But yeah, yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna call it a day, guys. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, which is probably just going to eclipse 22 minutes. So well done for sticking around. It's always a good thing. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys around. I was saying that really slowly so it would eclipse 22 minutes, so I'd be right. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.